Is this on? Is this on? All right. Welcome to Rapid Results Coaching for Contractors. Hey, I'm Brian Adams, Contractors Contractor. If you don't know that, you're probably in the wrong place. I am not sure if this is the first video I'm sending you or the third. I know it's not the fifth because what we're going over right now is probably the most important. I mean, everything is connected to everything, everything is important, but it takes money to grow your business. It takes money to scale your business. Don't let anybody tell you different. Uh, you've seen me talk about this in other videos. Now it's time to get real. Uh, this coaching program and me telling you what to do will not help you if you don't take action and do it. I can tell you, do 15 push-ups, rest. Do 10 push-ups, rest. Do 5 push-ups, rest. Do 5 more push-ups, rest. I can tell you everything to do. I can tell you to go to the gym. I can tell you what to eat, all of that stuff. But if you don't take the actions, then nothing's going to make a difference. Not sure how big of a company you want to grow, how much money you want to earn, any of that stuff. But the number one thing is profit for sure, but we have to get serious. So you've seen this in other videos. As soon as you say you're starting your own business, as soon as you say you're working for yourself, this is your company right there. All the money that comes in belongs to the company. All of it. You have to sit down with yourself over the next couple of days, with your spouse, with your wife, whatever. And you have to understand and realize this is a 3 to 5 year project. And you need to, I got a couple of videos I'm going to share with a gentleman named Tommy Mello. Tommy Mello has taken everything that I've been teaching for the last 25 years, 30 years, and actually put it into action. I think his company will end up doing 250 million this year, and with about 25%, maybe 30% profit margin. He's in probably 20 different states, 30 different locations for garage doors. So the shit works if you work it. And he'll be the first one to tell you, even to this day, he still lives below his means. He lived in a little apartment, whatever. All the money that, and he'll tell you, is you can't do what he did. Most of you can't because he's never been married, he doesn't have children, and he understands how much time and money they take. He worked 80, 90 hours a day. Every penny that he earned went back into the company to grow the company. So it just depends on where you're at right now and where you want to be. But you've got to understand, you've got to sit down with the spouse, with the children, all of them, say, man, we're going to grow this business. And we need money to grow this business. The company has to become fat, cash, happy. Every penny that comes in belongs to the company. All of it. The company is going to, you need to get, you need to either learn accounting, bookkeeping. You should probably have a CPA. There's a lot of tax loops that you can take advantage of, and you need to take advantage of them. They're there for a reason, like leasing new vehicles, getting the appreciation value out of them, buying tools, maybe renting the tools from yourself, a lot of stuff. You've talked to your accountant, all of that. But what you need to understand is you're going to be paying yourself. This video's assignment is for this. You need 2 separate accounts. You need your business account and you need your personal account. The business is going to be paying you either weekly or bi-weekly, maybe even monthly, and you're going to pay yourself the least amount as possible. I mean, honestly, if you're married and you got 2 kids and you have a mother-in-law and a father-in-law, or a mother and a father that will take you guys in, rent the house out if you own it, and move back in with the parents. If you're living in an apartment, move back out. Move back in with your because rent and mortgage is your biggest your biggest expense. So if you can move in with parents or friends for 3 years, do it. Do it. Save that money. All of that money goes back to the business. Back to the business. Uh, Look at all of your expenses: the Netflix, the Amazon Prime, the Hulu, the YouTube, all of that crap. Turn it down. Turn it off. Sit down with the kids and say, hey, for 3 years we're going to be eating carnivore. You see what I'm saying, though, right? And a lot of you guys are going to be going, look, Brian, I need whatever the hell it is for you. I mean, maybe you can get by $5,000 a month. I don't know. I don't know where you're at. At my point in life right now, no. I mean, if I need 20 grand a month profit just to break even. I mean, just to stay floating. I need like 20 grand a month. I laugh, but it ain't funny. And I didn't need that until I bought this effing crazy stupid ranch. And all the other shit. But you see what I'm saying? I mean, scale down as much as you can. Trust me, I've been behind the 8 ball way more times than I care to remember. My God, man, when you need the money, the jobs that you'll take that you normally wouldn't take, but you need to work, you need money. Trust me, I've been there. Everything I'm telling you guys, what I'm sharing with you in this program is 40 years of hard-earned BS. Oh my God. You take jobs that you shouldn't take, and they usually end up backfiring on you. You want to pull your hair out. You think you're going to make a little bit of profit. You may end up losing money because it's a client you know you shouldn't have worked with. It's a job you shouldn't have took. You knew it needed to be done a certain way. They didn't want to do it, but you said okay to their demands just because you need the work. I don't want you to be there. I don't want you to be there. And when the company has money in the bank, money in the you don't have to take those jobs. Most of this money is going to be spent on marketing. There's nothing more important than marketing. You've got to get that. In the early stages of your business, you're going to be spending 30 cents for every dollar that comes in. That means if the company brings in $100, 30 of that is going to be spent on marketing. You bring in $1,000, you got the 300 of that is going to be spent on marketing. You bring in 1,500, 2,000, all of it, 30% is going to be spent on marketing. A lot of that's going to be spent on Google ads, but we're going to be wrapping the bands. We're going to be doing some branding, Facebook, TikTok ads, just so you're showing up in front of people more. We're going to be doing door hangers, yard signs. But the big one is going to be Google ads. You've got to be there. That's where the people at. 80% of the people are using Google. You have to be there. We've already talked, so you already know what all the videos that I want you guys to do. But you need to understand it's not your money. You need to get by on the least amount as possible. And trust me, I'm starting with this video because this was the hardest thing for me to get into my thick head. I grew up, the first 18 years of my life, I lived off of government welfare assistance, food stamps, and the check that they send you. And even though I had a job at 15, my mother was still collecting welfare on me until she couldn't, take it anymore. So I never had money. So when I started making money, I spent this shit. I mean, if I brought in $1,000, I spent $1,100, man. Come on. I wanted the toys and everything else. I was getting deposit checks and spending it and paying last month's bills and then hoping that I would get another deposit check to cover those bills. I've been there. It's not fun, and there's no way to grow. Trust me, the only way to grow your business to where you want to be, to where you have a consistent phone ringing, a consistent leads, is money. Money, money, money. Brian, money's not the most important thing. No, it's not, but it's up there with oxygen. Someone tells you money's not that important, keep an eye on them because they'll lie about other stuff. So your homework, this video is for you to separate these two. Honestly, sit down and see where you can cut back. No vacations for 3 years. Very limited presents around the holidays and birthdays. Honestly, I mean, it sounds extreme, but it is. I mean, I don't know what the hell Dave Ramsey says. I agree with most of the stuff that he says, but he says in order to have the life that most people want, you got to be willing to live a way that most people won't live. I don't. He says something, but it's true. In order for you to grow your business to where you want it to be, to where it's self-sustaining, to where you can take vacations and other people run it, where it's to have a business that you're able to sell, even if and you're going to sell it. So I mean, I need to slow down. Let me get some water. Spend some time with me. Hang on. It's alkaline water, 9.5 pH. That means something to somebody. Is you're going to sell it. It's every business should be built with the mindset of selling it. Maybe you don't sell it. Maybe your son takes it over. But your son's going to say, damn, Dad, I don't want to take that business over. Man, you're working 80 hours a week. You always come home tired and dust in your nose and you're sweating and you're this and you're that. And I know so many general contractors. I say, man, your kid working for you? Oh, hell no. I don't want him to do this. I'm like, what are you talking about? My God, man. My daughter just like, I was just telling this other company. My daughter's like, no, I want that. I'm building that company. It's like, one, she sees the money. She sees how much I don't work. and her mom tells her, say, hey, your dad doesn't work because he built the friggin' company. But I told her, I said, no, I won't let you buy it. I won't let you take it over unless you're willing to 10x it. Because if you're not, because I was going to sell it to someone who's willing to 10x it. And I wasn't going to, like, the biggest mistake I made, and the best lesson I learned was never sell another company. Sell 75% of it, but keep 25% equity, and you always have that residual income coming in. So that's what I was going to do with this one. I had a couple of guys telling me, yeah, they're going to come in, they're going to 10x it, and I'm going to get that money forever, not have to do anything but consult. My daughter caught wind of it, and she's like, no. And I said, you can't do it alone. You find a partner, and I have to interview all this stuff. I'm not getting into that, but. So the whole idea is to grow a business that runs itself. You've heard me 1,000 times. If you have to be there, it's not a business, it's a job. And I say that with tongue in cheek because you're always going to be working. You're always going to be doing something. Nowhere in the Bible does it mention retiring. You just don't have to work that much. You don't have to work that hard later on after the 5-year, 10-year period. But in the beginning, it's going to be all hands on deck. Everybody's in. Bring the family in, bring the kids in. Everybody has to understand what it is that you're doing. Read PBD's book, Patrick David, Your Next 5 Moves, and he'll explain how he built his insurance company. And it was just like this. I didn't make this shit up. I'm teaching you what someone else taught me, and I've slowly, in my country redneck, uneducated ass, took me so long to freaking get it. I'm telling you, once I got this, it made it a lot easier. So you're paying yourself the least amount as possible. So your homework in this video is to sit down with yourself, go over all your numbers. What can you get rid of? Where can you save money? Talk to the wife, talk to the spouse, talk to the kids. Hey, tell them what you're doing. Where can we save money? I need you guys to help me. All of that. And then it is about a balanced life, meaning you got to have, you want to be comfortable. I mean, it's like when I sold my first company in 2001, it's because I wanted to hit the road with Zig Ziglar, Jim Rohn, Les Brown, all these guys that I adored. Now I was teaching this program, Mental Martial Arts. Defend yourself against your toughest opponent, you. Personal development. And I was doing leadership seminars for big corporations, NASA, AT&T, a lot of people. So we sold everything. Sold it all. Sold the cabin in the mountain. Sold this beautiful home with a pool in Orange County, right behind South Coast Plaza. Look up South Coast Plaza. That was my backyard. Sold everything. Moved to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Still bought a nice house. But and so I did that for like 3 years. And because I told them, I said, let's do it for 3 years, see where we're at. And they all wanted to move back to California. And I'm like, all right, cool. I told you, give me 3 years, blah, 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 whatever. Moved back to California. I'm making enough money uh, in this personal development seminar world to support them comfortably in South Carolina, not in California. You need 20 times what I was making. So back to construction I went. But I took everything that I had learned over those last 3 to 4 years with video and communication and all this other stuff. Went back into construction. By then, it's like 2004. The internet is working out, man. The websites are working out. So building a business was a lot easier. You heard all these stories. But we made the sacrifices as a family. So that's what I'm telling you. Sit down over the next 2 days, and then you're going to email me, Brian, I need to make this much money, whatever it is. Make it as low as you can. I'm telling you, to grow the business, we need money for marketing. We need money to pay good employees. We need money to train good employees. We need money to send them to trainings. I didn't need to send them to trainings. We send them to trainings. I usually have to uneducate these son of a bitches when they come back. I send them to these schools on how to refinish floors and how to run them, use the equipment and installation. And then they come back and they try to tell me this stuff, and then I tell them why it's wrong and why we do it a certain way. I've been doing this 40 years, all right? And they get a kick out of it, like, oh my God, blah, blah, blah. But I send them to the trainings because it's fun. I want them to see a different way. I send them to work with my buddies in these in the surrounding area because I want them to work with other individuals so they see different ways of doing things. And it's fun for them to go out of town and do the trainings and meet other guys in the industry. But you need money to do that. Because you're paying them to be on freaking vacation, really. But it is what it is. But you need money to buy new vehicles. You need money to wrap your vans, wrap your truck, wrap your trailer. You need to buy the door hangers. You need to buy the yard signs. You need to pay for the Google ads, the Facebook ads, TikTok, all of that. You need it. You need it. You need to pay me to continue to be your business coach. And I'm probably the least amount of money you're ever going to spend and get the best return on your dollar. So this week's, right now, you got this. I'm sending you this video. That means you're part of this community. You're part of this program. Sit down with your wife. Sit down with yourself. Go through all of your numbers and come up with the least amount of money as you can. And then I'm going to tell you to try to cut that by 20%. I can't, Brian. I can't. This man. We can't eat nothing but top ramen. I'm with you, man. I'm carnivore. You know that. It's steaks and hamburger for me and eggs. These damn chickens eat a lot. But eggs, cheese. Your gym membership. I ain't gonna ask you to cut that because health and fitness should be your number one priority. Period. Number one priority. Health and fitness. And then your family and your wife and your kids. Because you can't take care of them if you ain't taking care of yourself, if you're in your best shape ever. Your best shape ever means you're going to be putting 100% into the business. And you can't do that when you're out of shape, you don't have the energy. Because you're going to be getting up early, staying up late, doing stuff. So send me that number. And from this day forward, as long as you're a part of this program, you're going to track every penny that comes in and every penny that goes out. And if you want to spend $300 a month on some dumbass CRM app that lets you do that, fine. All you need is a notebook and a pen. Write it down. Today is Monday, January the 6th, whatever the hell it is. And I spent this much money. I brought this much money in. I spent this much money, and I spent that money on this. And you just write it down. And we're going to be tracking it. And we've got some, the systems, we're going to be putting them into place. But we're going to be finding out every project that you do, we're going to track it, man. You're going to, that's part of the homework. That's another video. Right now, how much do you need to make? Very, very least amount as possible. All the other money is going to go into this business to grow it. All right, guys, I'm excited for you. It's a new day, man. It's a new day. Master your business, dominate your trade, kick your competition's ass. See you on the next video.